I mean, it's been 2,000 years. We've had time.
Yeah, you guys can talk about it. It's okay.
If you haven't read the Silmarillion, it's on you. Also, good
So
choice.
here's the
Yes,
thing.
Yeah, right.
I read the Silmarillion in high school, and I decided
Mhm.
I would never read it again.
I started to read
And
the
then-
Silmarillion in high school, and I just finished it.
Yeah. And then after watching the movies, I thought maybe I should read it again. I haven't done it yet. I might do it. But it's like the Rings of Power. They feel kind of slow. The movie feels kind of slow.
Mhm.
But you think about the Silmarillion, and it's like, okay, well, it's slow, but actually not. It's really fast because of the time span. It's
Yeah.
actually quite fast. It's just light on details, you know?
It's like that. What is the? There's a book in the Bible which does the whole. Like it jumps
Begat.
like it jumps like 1,000 years really quickly because it's like begat.
Yeah.
Like here's the
That's
line
Leviticus.
of descendancy. It feels like that sometimes when you read
Mhm.
the Silmarillion. It just kind of hops.
Yeah. Yep.
I
Yeah,
remember
I think
reading
it's-
that
Yeah, Numbers.
particular book
I thought it was the
during,
book of
like, a
Numbers.
sermon once. It's just begat, like you just said, begat.
I
Well,
like the
begatting.
jazz, Mike.
Thanks. This is the. I just needed some kind of audio to make sure it was working. I guess I should hand this off to. Let me pass it to the other players. In case you want it, you shouldn't need anything but a browser. Open that, you'll get jazz.
All of it. All the jazz.
It's jazz light.
I really wish I had a torch so I could say, no, this is a jazz light. I was unprepared for that joke.
God, what a missed opportunity.
Gotta be quick.
Yeah.
Trying to start up all my things here.
Wow, we are on it. We're on fire today.
Yeah.
Hey, you know
Feel
what?
it.
I must sit down getting Skype ready, and obviously I couldn't figure that out. I'm like, I don't remember how to play D&D. How long has it been since we played?
Remember that time when we were
Month and a
supposed to level up? Yeah, I still haven't done that.
What?
I leveled up.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
I
made
did
the
too.
choices, but I just haven't. I haven't created the custom feats to put
You
the
haven't
things in the character
understood
sheet.
choices.
Oh,
How
that's
do you
right,
get
because
your
you did
token
the.
on Roll20?
Hmm?
How do you get your token on Roll20? Y'all showed me before and I forgot.
If you
Matt,
click
Matt
over
has
to,
to do it.
no,
Oh.
you don't. If you've got, well, if you click over to the journal tab, it looks like a little newspaper thing in the top right.
There you go.
Do you see you there? Or you just let Matt do it. But then, come on, teach a
I
person to
got it.
fish, Matt.
Oh, I thought you meant upload a token, like create a character and add a token. I didn't. Oh, so drag
So-
it. So you can just drag it on the map.
Apparently, they changed that recently, and now players can manage their own token.
Oh,
Oh, I'm on there. I did it.
that
Wow.
was nice.
Job.
Thank
I
you.
feel wild disappointment.
Is that
I
thumbs
did.
up?
Listen, I'm proud. I don't do stuff like this very well, so.
Keys.
Mike, you've basically been around the world the last 30 days, haven't you?
If you count Colombia and Sydney as the entire world, yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
That's
you came
true. I
into
guess
you came into our time zone, right?
Yes, I did. I did come into your time zone. I used your toothbrush.
Did you use my crazy wild toothpaste?
No, I'm not a monster.
just the
Only
toothbrush.
the brush.
Only the
He's a
brush,
brush
not the
guy.
toothpaste.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine.
I didn't
You
use
didn't
the brush.
say-
for
you
teeth.
didn't say
I
what
don't
he
want
used
your
the brush
teeth touching
for.
my teeth. That's weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Exactly.
You didn't even talk about teeth
And I
out the
have,
whole
and then I
time.
have bidets down there. So
Yeah.
Oh, no.
buy the
I-
toothbrush.
Don't remember
yeah,
why
no,
I
it
talk
was-
to you people.
It's in your calendar. We snuck it in there. Colombia was nice. My takeaway from being in Colombia is I really want to go to Peru, because all of the best food we had there was Peruvian. But you know, nice people, nice town. We saw some cool stuff. It was good.
It was for work, right? basically, like.
Kind of.
Um,
Yeah, so the company that I work for has no central office. Everybody works from home, and so occasionally we just all get up and go somewhere and hang out. This was a smaller meetup, so there were 6 of us from scattered around the world. And for some reason we went to Colombia. Reasons that weren't clear to anyone, including the people that were there. We went to Colombia. But yeah, we had a good time.
And the best thing about Colombia was wanting to go to Peru.
Jots down note.
All right. I think I'll skip the middleman and go to Peru.
Yeah. There's a dish that we had in a Peruvian restaurant called Cosa Limeña, which I want to try and figure out how to make because it was really nice.
Sounds.
What was it?
Yeah, what was in it?
It's like it's a layered dish. It's made with like a mashed potato mix thing on the bottom, and then a layer of something. In our case, it was like a chicken mayonnaise mix, and then another layer of like mashed potato over the top.
Yeah,
I
sounds
think
good.
you lost Matt.
I'm in.
Oh, you lost me. I told you I was going
So-
to kill you with mayonnaise on Discord, and you just killed me back.
So look, I don't like mayonnaise most of the time. I don't put it on anything. The only thing it belongs in is a hot chicken roll.
What the hell
But for
is
some
that?
reason it worked. For some reason it worked in this dish. So this was the hot chicken roll of cuisine.
What's a hot chicken roll?
It's where you. So if you. Okay, we have a fast food place called Chicken Treat where they sell roast chicken with chips and whatever sides and whatever else you want. And clearly, when they get to the end of the night, they have leftover chicken. They have to do something with it, so they shred it and they stick it in a cooler thing. And then the next day, they heat it up in a hot dog bun with mayonnaise, and that's a hot chicken roll.
Yeah, it was sounded really good until mayonnaise.
Well, the hot dog
Honestly-
bun, honestly. I was thinking about maybe like a tortilla, like a chicken wrap or something.
No,
but-
the mayonnaise is there because the chicken is dry because they cooked it yesterday. So
I mean, you could easily just put swamp slime on there, and it'd be just tasty. Why waste good mayonnaise?
well, I don't know. It's not a thing that I eat often, so it's definitely. I mean, I'm okay. I am not a condiment guy. I don't like. I don't like tomato sauce on things. I don't like salad dressing. I don't like adding stuff to stuff. I like my food naked.
But you eat
Man, I'm a
Vegemite,
big
though.
dipper.
You think
I do eat
Vegemite would
Vegemite.
go good on the chicken thing?
No,
Is Vegemite sweet?
no, not at all. It's bitter
What does
and
it
like
taste like?
It
It tastes like belly button sweat.
That can't be right.
Mhm.
No, it's salty. I'll send you some if you like.
You can get
I
it.
would like
can-
that.
you
I've
can
never
buy it
had
here.
it.
I think you can get it- you can get it at Kroger's.
I want it authentic, please.
The thing is, if you're gonna try Vegemite, you need supervision. So, in my experience, if I send somebody Vegemite, they're like, "Oh, this looks like jam," and they get a big spoon and they stick it in, and then they eat like a big pile of it, like a big mound of it. That's not how you eat Vegemite the first time. If you are an American or somebody that was not brought up on it from babyhood, then what you want to do is you want to make some toast the way that you like to have toast, however you like it, whatever level of brown is your preference.
Okay.
You want to put butter on the toast, and then you want to like open the jar of Vegemite and just have it open while you eat the toast, pretty much. Like you just want to get used to that smell. But
like a
realistically, like
virgin therapy.
what I tell people is like you just want like a very thin layer of Vegemite on your knife and just spread it lightly across the toast, just to give it that flavor, because it is an extremely strong salty flavor. So if you're not into that, slathering it on like peanut butter is going to be an awful experience. And then over time, you need more and more to get the same high. So
You
until
only
eventually,
chased the dragon after that first
that's right,
drop.
yeah. And so until eventually
Chase
you're eating
the
it like an
Vegemite.
Australian and just half a jar on
Okay.
every slice of toast.
I'm
That's why
into it.
toasters
I
come
wanna
with
try.
two slice holes, is so that you can use both sides of the jar.
I'm into it.
Makes perfect
I want
sense.
to know. I'm curious.
I haven't tried it this century, so I guess maybe I can give it a second try.
I can't believe you just said that.
So I'm 2024. I'm coming to the States, and I'm planning a trip to Knoxville then. So I will bring Vegemite.
Ooh.
All right.
Cool.
I'm looking
I have
forward
to-
to that in 2 years.
I have to come to the States for a wedding, and so while I'm there, I'm going to do a road trip down to Knoxville.
We'll see if we can set up a live recording then. That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah,
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
as
Brought to
opposed
you
the dead
from
recordings
Wes's
we do now.
basement.
Yes. From Wes's basement. Wes, you should watch this so you know and have fair warning that this is going to happen.
Yeah, I'm
This
booking
is
your
the
basement.
only warning you get.
For like
Just gonna show up
April, May 2024.
Very
Coming,
cool.
yeah, coming to a city near us. The Tarathiel tour. Yes, thank you, Coward.
Oh, Coward. I haven't seen Coward in forever either.
Yeah, and
I can't see
Killspice.
him.
Yeah, Killspice is a mate of mine.
Is it what?
Right on. Oh, okay.
He is a mate of mine, a
Oh, a
friend,
mate of yours.
a buddy, a chum.
I thought you said
A
he's a
partner.
mater man, like he's a tomato
You
grower
really
or
love
something like that.
tomatoes?
I
Yeah.
thought you said something like motor man, like a mechanic.
I'm sorry, I will slow down speaking for the non-Australian audience.
We are
We're
Southern.
Southern. You gotta talk
That's
slow.
right.
Yes, we're Southern. We speak slowly.
Work on
I thought
your
that was a-
drawl.
From
Yeah.
from The Simpsons, I thought it was a Canadian thing, right? Because they have that. I just moved here from Canada, and they think I'm slow, eh?
So, y'all want to play some D&D?
Please,
Uh,
get me out of this.
can we get a town crier or a last time on the podcast?
Last time he killed the dragon and skinned it and left its bones to dry in the sun and be eaten by territorial giant ravens.
Hang on, I think I can give you the entirety of my notes from last time. The dragon attacks. Kelv and Gelv are present. Khaldun casts slow. Gelv casts fog cloud. Alma casts bless. We kill the dragon. And then in
Yeah.
quotes, beware his father.
Yeah.
So in game, that's exactly how long that combat took as well, about 10 seconds. Because y'all murdered this dragon in, what was it, 3 rounds? Like not even 3 full turns or rounds? It
I
was,
don't know why you say we, because it was Fezan with a baseball bat at the front.
but it was a slow dragon, which was clutch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, and then, Alma made a good exit for the rest of the party by creating an Acme hole in the southern window.
And I believe a well-timed bless was in there too. I
Alma
think that
shaved.
accounted for probably
Yeah.
5 or 6 hits.
Almost shaved hole, yeah. Yeah.
I think there was a sacred weapon in there at some point.
Mhm,
Uh-huh.
mhm.
The beatings did commence, that's for sure. But I mean, he almost melted 3 players in the first round. That breath weapon.
Yeah, I was like that far from toast.
Yeah, and then
Our choices to hide in a kiln were probably not the best.
live and learn. Experience was gained, and experience was gained.
Yeah.
You guys
Was.
gained enough to hit level 8.
Yay!
And from our pre-streaming conversation, it sounds like nobody leveled to level 8 during
did.
our 5-week hiatus.
Hey, Matt, can you pull your mic closer? You sound distant.
Thank you. Yep. How's that?
I don't think you're using that mic.
Smooth,
Yep.
soft, and
It
silky.
didn't really change, oddly enough.
You might be using your headphones, Mike, if you're using your audio from it.
Everything is awful.
Oh me, oh me.
Are you?
Does that make any difference?
Nope.
I don't think so.
No.
Tap it. Blow into it. Everyone loves that.
Blah blah. Blah blah
Hey.
blah.
ASMR.
Can you hear me now?
No.
It's this
No,
thing.
I'm blocking the microphone on my ear thing.
It's the
Is that
same.
working? How about
It's-
that?
Tap your microphone. All right.
No.
No,
We
but you
hear-
almost knocked it off.
We hear that, but
Yeah.
not the way we would like.
We can hear you. You're
It
just
sounds
not using.
terrible.
I
it's
think
not
you're
your-
probably using the microphone in the
Yeah,
webcam.
It made
Can
a
you hear
sound
me?
whenever he hit the thing.
Yes.
I hate to tell you this, but tap the webcam.
Nope.
It
Nope,
made a
okay.
sound when he tapped his microphone.
There's a mysterious microphone in your room.
You've got a mic somewhere.
It's fine. It's
we
fine.
know it's somewhere. Show it to us.
Well, I'm a
In your
little
watch
concerned
basket.
about when the stream is over that somebody's still listening to me like fart and snore. So I want to figure out what this is. I can figure it out later.
Okay.
So
That's for the
is it-
patrons.
That's the $1 million tier.
That's
For me
your
to turn-
only
for me to
fan.
turn it off.
Yeah. Cowart says it sounds fine, so we're okay. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Coward
it's not
says
happy,
it's
I'm
okay.
happy.
It's okay.
So if I do this, how do I sound?
same.
The same.
Here, do this. Turn to the. For those of you listening on the podcast,
I
he
have
just
a
took
notepad.
he took the microphone and threw it over his shoulder.
Through his microphone.
I can't. I have no idea where my voice is working. Whatever. I'll have
We need you to use your theater voice.
my diaphragm is
Project.
on point. There we go. I'm using it now.
Enunciate to the back row.
Hello.
All right. So let's go
Enunciate.
round robin and figure out what everybody did at level 8 real quick, just so I have an idea, because I have no idea. Anyway, Heath, what did Cal do at level 8?
I took ASI, so he now has an 18 intelligence, and I'm no longer using the headband of intellect.
Did you replace it with something?
Haven't had the chance.
Okay,
So
so
no.
I mean, you could have a 19, but you're just going with an 18.
Yeah, because it's no different. So I free
You're
up an
still
attunement slot.
smarter technically, just because you don't get a bonus in the mechanics of the game. You take it off and
True.
be like, "Durr." Okay.
This
No,
is
what we need,
equivalent
we
of
need to
somebody
do, we
having
need to
a-
put this on for Zahn.
While he's
it's the
sleeping,
equivalent
preferably.
Of having an IQ of 120, but your brother has an IQ of 125.
Yeah.
He's technically smarter than you, but it's not relevant.
Nobody believes it.
The difference that makes no difference.
Yeah, but your salary is the same, so it doesn't, you know. In the end, it's all fine.
Any other changes? Anything else happen at level 8? Like another ability or like a wizard ability, or is that level 6?
No, level 8's level 8's just an ASI.
Okay.
4 feet.
But you took +2 to intelligence. You took an ability stat increase.
That's right.
Jamie, what you got?
8th level fighter. Instead of a feat, you are generously allowing us to take a second subclass.
Kind of a playtest. I may just rip it right out of your character if it sucks, but for now.
It's no.
I was using that.
Yes, using that.
Hey.
There's some really cool thematic things because I've been kind of in my mind. I've thought of Farazan, you know, not as a since Goliaths don't exist, you know, in Greyhawk. They're you know, Faerun creation. I've been kind of thinking, you know, that they're half giants, you know, like the half elf, you know, mechanically, you know, that sort of thing. So, but anyway, but over time now they've kind of evolved into their own thing. But so, did we just walk outside into the into the birds and the? Okay, sorry, Mike changed the music on me, and it got
Oh,
much
I
louder.
had no idea what you're talking about. Like, oh my god,
I didn't
he's having a
either.
stroke.
No, Mike changed the music to atmospheric. Anyway, I took Rune Knight as my second subclass, and so the runes, it's the practice of using runes to augment one's martial prowess is an ancient practice that originated with giants. So. You know, he's been kind of tapping into this artistic side, and you know, what he's going to be able to do now is draw these runes and activate them to get powers. So, the 7th level ability of a Rune Knight is that he will have 3 of these runes active. And would you like to know which ones I have chosen?
Sure. Let's rattle them off real quick.
Sure, why not? Let me go find them.
Why don't you just tell me?
Yeah. Why don't you tell me? Okay. They are going to be the Storm rune, the Hill rune, and the Stone rune. So each one has an active and passive power. The Stone rune channels the judiciousness associated with the stone giants. While wearing or carrying an item with this rune, you have advantage on insight checks, and you have dark vision out to 120 feet.
Yay.
So that's the passive.
timing.
Yeah, that's the passive power. The passive power of Hill Giant is that you have advantage on saving throws against poison and resistance against poison damage. That's pretty cool. And then the Hill Giant says, the resilience reminiscence of a Hill Giant. And then the Storm rune, you can glimpse the future like a Storm Giant Seeker. So that means you will have advantage on Intelligence Arcana checks, which doesn't make any sense. But also, you cannot be surprised as long as you're not incapacitated. So those are the 3 passive abilities that are associated with those runes.
And those are just like a daily thing that you can change, or like is it like a tattoo? Once you've got it, you're stuck.
So you can, I think on a long rest, you can touch a number of the objects equal to the number of runes that you know, and you can inscribe the rune onto an object. So the way I kind of see
it's
him,
one item.
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
body.
yeah. So the way I kind of seeing him do it is he's got those little traces of what look like tattoos on his along his cheekbones, along his collarbone, on his forearms and things like that. So I kind of see him taking those runes and kind of tracing them on his off of his self, because they're not tattoos, they're just kind of something exposed on his skin that just there naturally, but those are the runes that he's copied onto whatever it is that he wants to copy them onto. So he's just kind of unlocked this ability naturally, but if it gets ripped away, that'll be fine.
I mean, not this episode.
Yeah. But he also has the ability called Giant's Might, which will allow him to basically enlarge for a minute. And then he also has a defensive ability to, let's see, a number of times equal to his proficiency bonus. You can use your reaction to force an attacker to re-roll a d20. And that's so
Just any old D20?
on an attack, on an attack roll.
Okay.
Yep. And you have to use your reaction and number of times equal to proficiency bonus. So that's what, 3?
Well, yeah. You'll be hitting, I think 11's the next bump.
So
Cool.
it's a whole handful of things.
Yeah.
The active abilities only you can only use them once per long rest. So they're pretty situational, but they'll be fun whenever I get to them.
All right, Mr. Mike, what you got?
So I took the Phantom subtype for the Rogue, which gives me 2 new features. I get Whispers of the Dead, which gives me proficiency on a skill that I don't already have, that I can swap out every day after a long rest. I am using that to give Tarathiel proficiency on athletics, and thematically, someone is talking to him. A ghostly presence shares its knowledge with me every time that I finish it. Actually, it's a short or long rest. Can choose one skill or tool proficiency that I lack, and I can gain it. And at the moment, that's in athletics, because that was one area where Tarathiel was weak. He's still weak, because his proficiency bonus is not that great, and his strength score sucks, but it's... once I have proficiency in something, I can apply my psionic energy dice to it, so that'll help. The other thing that I get from the 3rd level Phantom is a thing called Wails from the Grave. As you nudge someone closer to the grave, you channel the power of death to harm someone else as well. Immediately after you deal your sneak attack damage to a creature on your turn, you can target a second creature you can see within 30 feet of the first. Roll half the number of sneak attack dice for your level rounded up, and the second creature takes necrotic damage equal to the roll's total. And I can do that number of times per day equal to my proficiency. So that will be 3 times a day.
And that's when you kill someone, or when you sneak attack them?
When I sneak attack them. So if I sneak
Oh.
attack them, then I can sneak attack somebody else as well. 3 times a day.
Yikes!
And that's it. I say that's it like that's not awesome. That is awesome. I'm happy with that.
So I remember we talked about it a little bit off air, like the last time we played, and it reminds me of that Pathfinder psionic class.
Yep.
Where they just pull like the spirits and they can change things on a daily basis, which I think is kind of a neat little concept. Sounds like it's maybe based off of that. Very
Yeah.
cool. Miss Rachel, what did you do?
Yes. I just leveled up my wisdom so that I'm a +4 on wisdom, which just helps basically everything that I do. And then at level 8, I get Destroy Undead, and then I get a couple of other like divine domain features, which are like Blessed Healer, which means that if I like cast a spell that restores HP to another creature, I regain healing as well. And then I have Blessed Strikes, but I don't know what that is either, so I'm just gonna leave that alone. I tried to look it up and I couldn't figure it out, so it's fine.
What
Blessed
is it?
Strikes?
But that's yeah, I don't.
Okay.
Nothing
Is-
comes up whenever I click on it on D&D.
It adds radiant damage to your weapon damage. It's
Oh,
like
that's
a
nice.
low key
Pretty
smite
awesome.
for all your hits.
Yeah, it says that I have to check out the marketplace to unlock this feature, so I don't know what it does.
Let's see. I'm looking in the player's handbook.
It's not in the player's handbook. It's Tasha's.
Yeah, it's something
It
else.
says, you are blessed with divine might in battle. When a creature takes damage from one of your cantrips or weapon attacks, you can also deal D8 radiant damage to that creature. Once you deal this damage, you can't use it to feature again until the start of your next turn. So every turn, if you hit something with a cantrip or a weapon, you can mini smite them.
Okay.
A D8?
Well, I need to
D8.
hopefully add that to my character sheet. Matt, you can
That's-
do that, right?
Once per turn? Yeah, you should. Well, we'll figure it out. You should have access to everything. I have access to everything, and yeah, we'll take care of it. All right, so everybody's level 8. Got hit points. Got some
Yay.
cool, neat little toys to play with. It's the next morning. You're still at Crazy Jared's burnt up shack. Got the body of Gottrod sitting there rotting in the sun, and he's taken your map and he's marked on there. And I think I thought I marked on.
You did?
Yeah,
There's
So-
an X marks the spot.
yeah, it's almost directly, just a little off center, directly north of Jared's place. It's in the mountains. That looks like it's an elevation. You won't be able to take your horses, and probably take another. I mean, like if you left right now, you get there the next evening. So like, good 2 full days of travel. Jared, wishes you well and gives one. Berzoni gives you inspiration because you're his giant jester and he really likes you. It's only going to last 10 minutes, but you got plus D12 to something in the next 10 minutes if you need it.
Woohoo!
Write that down.
Wishes you well and says that he will do as you ask. Because one of the things you did ask last time was for him to send word to get somebody to come get these remains, right?
I think he said he was going to take them.
Going to offer them? Oh. Okay.
We-
Well, he said, I will send word and we'll have somebody come and take care of the corpse.
I
Good
do
luck.
remember. I do remember. Farazan did roll a survival check, so there was, we had.
It was a really good one, too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He took like everything.
Yeah, so everything is there for the taking, and if there's anything that we needed for the trip, dragon steaks or something like that, tail jerky or
Well, so
wings.
like, I don't want to get too pedantic about encumbrance, but if you're going to take the entire corpse of a dragon
No,
with
no, no.
you
No.
to the Underdark, might
It's-
cause a problem.
It's just prepped. It's prepped.
Yeah. Okay, so you're leaving it behind, but you've skinned it and whatever you do to dead animals.
Field dressed it.
Yeah.
You do.
You
You
do.
personally.
Yeah.
So, are y'all heading out?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. North.
Finally
That's
leaving
Stalker.
Jared's place. You're there for at least 2 episodes longer than anticipated.
We
It was a cool
never
place.
even
Yeah.
we never even got a used car.
So you head out on foot. You're following. There's not really much of a trail, but it's pretty easy to tell according to your map where you put the X. And he gave you some directions as well. You know, go up to this point, this peak in the mountains, and take a right, and go down about yada yada. He gave you some information how to get there. I would like whoever's got the best survival to give me 2 checks, just not to see if you get there, but we're going to see just how much time it takes to get there. Like, do you get lost and have to find your way again or something like that? So, day 1, whoever's got it, you get advantage because you've got 3 helpers.
I have +7.
That's not terrible.
That'll do. That'll do.
And your,
Good.
you know what? You increased your wisdom. That means your perception.
Yeah,
and your, all that.
my passive wisdom is 22.
Holy crap.
So nobody's lying to me ever again.
Yeah, your insight and perception, yeah, it's nuts. All right, so whoever's got it, roll it and give me. We'll start with the first one, just in case it's like horrible.
I rolled 119.
119. That is a lot.
Walk the dog
119 and
for 5
115. 19.
So you got a
is my
26.
survival roll.
Or is that already adjusted? I don't know how y'all's.
19 is my survival
It's
roll.
adjusted.
Okay, 19 is perfect. Second day. Give me one more with advantage.
I'm working on it.
It's okay.
23.
All right, no problem.
Now wait, I might roll a 20.
It's true.
I didn't. It's a
Look-
22.
Look at this Holiday Inn that we just found over here on the side of the trail. Just stumbled upon it.
Really, nat 20 and we find a Holiday Inn. That's it.
It's Motel 6. They left the light on
Not a
for
house.
us.
How did y'all get
Not
my
a Hilton.
Oh, I don't know.
I
How
like
did
the
you know all
DoubleTree
this?
because they have the cookies. So
Yes, the cookies are good. They're really good.
they're
what?
really good.
What is it?
The cookies at DoubleTree,
Double
Yeah.
Is that a hotel?
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
give
they
you
have-
cookies.
Guess we
They're
tried I stayed in Bogota.
Did you say ABC
Was it a
cookies?
DoubleTree?
It was, and they did give us a cookie, a warm cookie. They take it
Yeah.
out of a warmer because they know when you're
Uh-huh.
arriving.
Yep.
Yep,
I,
the best.
I didn't
They're
know
like
this.
they're like 500 calorie cookies. They're like crazy.
Oh yeah, I
We
didn't
were
eat
on
for the rest of that day.
vacation.
That was
Yeah, calories don't count on vacation.
they do when you have to get back on a plane for 36 hours, man.
You had to pay $20 extra from those cookies.
It's a little light on the console, like beep, beep, beep. Someone stayed at DoubleTree.
Yeah.
Sir, could you please put your man boobs in the overhead?
You have to check your shoes.
With the passenger in seat 14A, please get out and run the runway about 14 times and come back.
Damn you, DoubleTree.
You know, it's funny, just real quick talking about getting on planes. The last 3 times I've been on a plane, I've been assigned a seat that wasn't the seat that I bought. You know, so like I got 35A. I get on the plane and I'm hunkered over because I don't want to like hit my head. And like, would you mind taking a wing
Emergency.
emergency seat? Now it's got some responsibility if the plane's crashing, but you'll have leg room. I'm like, I will rise to the occasion should the plane crash.
You just hold your hand up to your head.
Let me get this right. If the plane crashes, I'm to block the door and not let anyone out. Is that right?
That's
If the
exactly
plane
it.
crashes, I'll be the first out.
I use my super long legs to block the door.
Yeah. Everyone, follow me.
And then this third time, actually, this is the last time I flew in a plane. I was taking a trip to North Carolina to go somewhere else, and I got on the plane half expecting to be shoved next to the wing and have this high responsibility. But like the plane was half empty. And so the stewardess took me all the way to the back of the plane, and there was this whole almost bent like a 3-person seat, bench seat in the back. She's like, "It's empty. Take it. It's yours." I'm like, I mean, if you weren't a dude, I would marry you right now. But I've had
what are you doing
great
later?
experiences.
Want to come back to my bench?
There's plenty of room on this bench beside me, if you know what I mean.
My bench or yours?
So anyway, the second night, the second evening, it's getting towards dusk. You're in the mountains, so it's getting darker earlier. And before you see it, specifically Alma, but anybody else that has any kind of acute sense of smell, you smell what you think is your target destination, probably minutes before you see it.
Great.
And it smells like carnage. It smells like decaying bodies. It smells like soot. It smells like acrid, pungent acrid, like a swampy smell. And I don't want to take over, but as you're approaching, it is getting dusk. Who's moving forward? Like,
Wait,
Alma, you
so this
see
is
it.
this is the entrance to the Underdark, the cave?
Yes. Oh, and he told you it was as you were leaving. He's like, "Oh, by the way, it's known as the Maw."
That's
I'll
new
just let everybody know it stinks.
and special.
Well, you just picked up on it first. Like, it's like when somebody farts down the hall, everybody eventually smells it. You just smelled it first. But as you get closer, you having this like godlike sense of smell, you can pick out smells like burnt ash, and specifically decayed bodies and blood, and like acrid, greasy almost smells. Like you smell all these different odors. Whereabouts to smell just like Funk 101. And as you approach, you come up over a small knob, or you're at the top of a knob, and you can look down into it, and you see very plainly in a valley, treeless, there is a probably 40-foot diameter hole nestled right in the middle of all these peaks and mountains. It's in a little valley. I'm burping, excuse me.
Okay. I would like to ask Puzzle to fly over and take a look.
Yeah.
Puzzle's like, fuck you.
Yes. That's why I say ask.
Starlight just goes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, fly over it and kind of look down in to see, like, is there something down in there? Is there a Tarrasque or
Are you
purple
looking?
worm?
Are you using her senses, or are you just having her report? You know what I mean? Like, are you going blind and deaf, or are you letting her give you emotions?
If it's within 100 feet, I'm going to use her senses.
It goes beyond 100 feet. I mean, it depends on how close you want to get before you do this. But right now, you're
how far away are we?
You're about 300 or 400 yards. I mean, it's still a distance out there. You can just now see it. You've crested over these mountains. You see this hole in the ground, like the scar on the face of the forest. Okay. But I'm just saying, you notice it now. You're not like right on the lip, spitting down in it.
My yard is 3 feet for everyone else like me that doesn't know that.
It's meter-ish.
Yeah.
Okay, so
it's meter light.
Yeah,
meter
sorry.
light.
Akin to
I'll have her
3 football field. Football now. See, it's still confusing.
No, it's fine. 300 yards is 900 feet. That's all I really needed to know.
Yeah, I'll have her fly out.
Okay.
And then look, pretty good distance in the air. Look,
Sure.
And then come back.
Stay safe.
Yeah.
Flying
All right,
casual.
fly casual. So she takes off, zooms down into the valley, just does a nice little perimeter, flies over it a couple of times, just looking down, swoops, and then comes back. I always forget, what kind of communication you got? Can she talk to you, or is it just more like
It's telepathic.
speaking, like language?
No. So no, it's like she can give me general ideas. Like, there's a threat. Like, if there's small numbers, like 1, 2, 3,
Okay.
things like that.
So you get like stinky hole. I mean, that's pretty much yeah. Empty.
Oh,
I mean,
Lord.
her. God, you people.
We've been on the road for 2 days. We couldn't bathe, all right?
But that's basically
no.
it. Like, no real more information, but nothing like leapt out of the hole and ate her, or she didn't see any movement. She didn't see anything. You know, there were no 1, 2, 3s. It's just literally like what you
One
see
stinky
and what
hole.
you sense. A big old stinky hole.
Were there bodies?
Now that you like, and Alma again, I may forget to give you information, but like, just take with a grain of salt. Anything I tell you, you saw it 5 minutes ago. It's just I forgot to tell you, Alma. Now that you've
That's
like taken the
helpful.
time, well, she's come. Pazel's come back, and in her way, you know, there are carcasses. You know, almost exclusively animal. Deer, bear, rabbit. I mean, half-eaten. Some of them are just pieces. Lots of different states of decay. Some of them look burnt. Some of them look like they've been dissolved. I mean, like, some of them look like they've been rended and torn, like they were being eaten, you know, by an animal or a beast. But there's a lot of different things, a lot of different conditions of these woodland animals.
Okay. I pocket Gazelle.
That makes sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it's either a bunch of different creature or it's a creature that can do a bunch of different things.
Like Tiamat.
Like Tiamat.
So Joy. Like Tiamat.
Farazan,
Specific example.
yeah, Farazan remembers he left the stove on. He turns around and goes back to Cauldron.
And so are we following a path that goes into the dank pit?
No. I mean, you may see like an animal trail, but not like a, you know, it's definitely, you're off the beaten path. You're not somewhere that's commonly gone to by humanoids.
Okay.
You see like a deer
it's-
trail or something like that, but
It's just a big hole. Like, that's not like a pit that you could like walk into.
no,
It's
it's
just a hole.
I mean, think of a sarlacc pit. Like, it's just kind of sinks down. It doesn't, like, it's not like this convex hole that goes down into a black, you know, deeper hole. It's flat and it's just straight off.
Like a sinkhole.
Yeah. But
Oh.
it is 40 by 40 by 40. It is a square.
Oh,
So it doesn't
okay.
look natural. It doesn't look natural.
this means something.
Yeah.
That's great holding ground.
Can we roll?
Are we looking for a better hole, or are we going in this hole?
Yes, is there another hole that we can talk to?
Yeah. Any other holes around or?
It can't detect holes.
Oh no.
What is it? I need an adult.
Yeah.
You need Jesus.
We all do.
Okay.
Okay. What do we do? Are we like?
So you're
And it's
like I
almost
said,
dark.
Somebody up there to peek into the square hole of doom.
You're like 700, 800, 900 feet away. Like, you're a distance away, and the sun is. You can visually see the sun setting over the mountains, so it's about to get dark.
Sweet. So we'll be there just in time for night hole.
Yeah.
I think maybe we should make camp for the evening, but in a place where we can watch to see if anything comes and goes.
Yeah.
So
that's a good
where you
idea.
are right now, you feel like is a perfect place for that. Like, you have a little bit of a high vantage. You're, you know, a quarter of a mile or 1 kilometer or fuck, I don't know how long that far that is, but trying to
0.6.
0.6.
All right, so I will tiny hut. Instant.
Yay!
All right, so you got a pink dome of fourth that you can walk into and out of.
Khaldun casts Winnebago.
Yes. I'm gonna make this
Aw.
one. I'm gonna make this one winter camouflage.
All right. So you get your winter camo force shield net. So it's ritual. You do it ritualized.
Yep.
Okay. You've got your tiny hut.
Is there a garage in the tiny hut for the horses?
No.
Like
thought we
literally, a
left.
tiny hut is like a 10-foot disc of a dome force, and that's it. Like it's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
it's physical protection.
Oh.
You can see out, but nothing can see in. It's a little
That's right.
opaque that way.
It's a duck
Um,
blind.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it really is. It's like a duck blind,
Fair enough.
but it's good. It's good for 12 hours.
Okay.
Right.
And I have to stay inside of it.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Okay. So you cast it. It domes over you, kind of like the wizards and MCU, and then you have to stick there for the whole time.
I have to stay inside it. Yep.
Is it concentration?
Nope.
So you can do other things while you're inside.
He falls
If you
asleep.
go
The
to
dome
sleep.
goes away.
Mhm.
That would be pretty crappy. All right. So Khaldun puts up his tiny hut, Leomund's tiny hut, which for all practical purposes, you guys are 100% immune to everything in that thing. Like
Yeah.
we flipped off Strahd from one of these things. Like, so these things are impregnable.
We didn't bring our horses, right? Because
No.
you said we couldn't.
We
horse them? We
couldn't.
couldn't horse. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, it would have taken probably 5 times as long to lead them.
Yeah.
And then you'd have to leave them next to a big hole with dead carcasses of bodies that you didn't know about. But
It's fine.
Can see it from where we're camped.
yeah,
The whole-
I mean, probably not from within the tiny hut. You'd have to step out, maybe walk over a foot. But yeah. I mean, again, you're a good distance away from me. You're a quarter mile.
I'm trying to imagine there's 6 of us, right? So, 10-foot radius hut. It's pretty cramped in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fairzone's
So
gonna
we should
string
have
up
a
a
watch, maybe.
Fairzone's gonna string up a hammock or something. Find a nice soft rock to use as a pillow.
Are you staying in the hut? Are you saying you're not going to be in the hut?
I mean, he takes up about half the hut, I think, probably. So he'll take the first watch, and whenever we rotate in and out, he'll go in. But
I mean, mechanics-wise, you all can fit fine.
okay,
You don't have to put yourself in
Yeah.
danger. That's all I'm saying. You don't have to put yourself in danger. There is plenty of. I mean, yeah, it's 10-foot diameter. That's like 3 million feet.
Well, okay.
Squaring pi rooting is. I mean, that's a lot of numbers.
Okay.
Yes.
Is there?
Is that not wrong?
Can I do a watch? I think.
yeah, can we
Uh,
just Fairzone just stand up and have his head stick out of the top of the dome and just everything's fine.
Yep. All looks good to me.
It's all good.
Khaldun thinks it could be a funny joke to like take his name off the list that can come in right when he stands up. Boop.
It's like zip.
All right. So,
Ow! 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 Ow!
anything anybody want to do tonight for the next 12 hours besides rest?
Fairzone will make dragon steaks on
Okay.
a small little fire outside.
That
So-
smell's gonna carry.
You
Don't stop. It's amazing.
start a fire and cook
Next
food.
to the pit of doom.
Oh, okay, that's probably not the best idea
No.
when it's dark, right? So it's the only beacon of light. So okay,
It
yeah,
is. Yeah. It's not exactly
Come
a
find
starless
us.
night, but it's pretty damn
We
dark.
are.
okay,
It's temperature controlled inside the hut.
okay. Then jerky inside the hut.
So nobody wants really to do anything.
No.
I don't think
No.
so.
Night passes uneventfully. The dome drops. It's 8 o'clock in the morning.
Did we
nothing.
see any creatures at all in the
You,
night?
s- you, I mean, you hear. I mean, there is wildlife. You can hear it in the trees that are outside the area. Um, Occasional
that's a good sign.
squirrel, or maybe even a deer, like just random fauna.
I mean, what if
Okay.
there was a dragon living in the hole and now it's dead because we killed it yesterday? Or 3 days ago now.
It could be. Or it's just Tiamat waiting for us to come say hi. Let's go say hi.
Well, let's go say hi. That's right.
Do you speak Tiamat? All right, you head
Oh,
down,
Caldoon does.
approach.
I do.
Yeah, to chronic. You approach the hole, and as you get closer, the smell gets stronger. Alma, you see as you're approaching, like I said, all these dead bodies, animals. You actually see the remnants of potential humanoids, much older, bones. As you get closer to almost to the edge of the pit, you see tracks, footprint tracks, and two separate pair, and they were definitely dragon tracks, like draconic claw tracks. But it's two different animals, and it looks like they were fighting. The way that they're moving around, and does it look like they were just lying around or anything? There's obviously a place where there was a battle, and in that area of the footprint, you see scorch marks, and you see where the parts where I said that the animals were dissolved is all within this battlefield. And then you also see the pit. If anybody looks over, it goes beyond normal, like dark vision. I know that Pazel, who's pocketed, but she's got 100 feet or whatever.
120, yeah.
120. So I mean, you can perch her on your shoulder and like look down, like, I can see. It goes beyond her vision. But the thing is, this is a cobbled hole. Like there is stonework. You can't see it. Excuse me. You can't see it from the top. It's like it begins maybe a foot down deeper. Makes it feel like this thing is immensely old. Like the dirt has just risen up around it, the grass, and kind of grown over it.
Mhm.
And there, around the rim of this 40-foot square hole, is an ancient stone, like worn down stone, some places broken up stone, down out of your vision stairway that goes around the edge down.
So, like, the footprints from the fight, was it like, it like there was like just one fight, or was it like there had been multiple fights there? Does that make sense?
It makes sense. Give me a survival with advantage.
Someone has fought a mighty duel.
Yes. I do not think that word means what you think it means.
Ranged all over.
Alright, I got a 25.
Nice.
It was one fight, and it was fairly recently,
And,
probably about 3 days ago.
Okay. And, I know this is gonna sound like a weird question, but like, you said there was like footprints. Are there any like drag marks?
No.
Okay.
No scuffles, but it doesn't look like something was killed and dragged off. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. It looks like a fight that just abruptly ended.
Okay. Are there
blood?
footprints that are like, yeah, that, and then like, are there footprints that are like going toward the pit?
There looked like there were some that were perched, like on the edge of the pit at one point, like looking down into it.
Okay.
And I missed. You said and that. I didn't hear what somebody else said.
Blood.
Oh yeah. There's blood.
Okay.
Can we compare the size of the tracks of these dragons to the one we just fought?
With your survival and your godlike perception, it was definitely one of the set of tracks was Godrod.
And
For
the
sure.
other set was bigger or smaller?
comparable. Not really bigger or smaller. About the same size, you know.
So we fought the evil twin.
But wait a minute. Now, didn't we hear there were 2 dragons?
We know that
Honestly.
there was a parent.
Well, yeah, we know about Hookface is Gottrod's parent, but weren't there 2 dragons? Didn't we hear there was like another dragon besides
A black
Gottrod?
dragon and a red dragon, right?
Yep.
Did they walk into a bar?
Looks like they walked into each other.
Dorlat. Gottrod was looking for Dorlat.
That is correct.
Looks like you found him.
Note taking saves the day again.
So we need to keep our eyes out for a black dragon.
And now
In the
that
dark.
you've come to this,
Fantastic.
you know, putting 2 and 2, making 5, the melted bodies is definitely acidic breath. Like
Ouchies.
the black dragon breathes acid,
Mhm.
and it like sprayed this entire area, and it was like whatever bodies were there is just goo at this point, completely melted.
Looks- I think it's time to get downstairs, away from the spittle of death.
What? I mean, what if that dragon is downstairs?
That's what
Yeah.
I'm thinking. It's like,
Maybe it's
what if
been
this
using
is
this-
his home?
Maybe it's been
Yeah.
using this hole as a big spittoon, and it's just going to be acidy spit down there.
Yeah.
Does
And now
anyone
you-
bring any
Bad.
like glass armor that'll block acid?
And now the acrid smell is acid and bile and things like that. You're putting it all together. There was a big fight between a red and a black dragon. Neither one of them seemed to have won. Like there wasn't a body that fell over dead and was dragged off. Both of them were using their breath weapons. There's a ton of blood. They were just tearing each other up. And it looks like probably one left. One of them was leaving, like losing the fight and flew off. And then, that's why like it abruptly looks like the fight ended. One took off after it.
Be real disappointed if the reason we managed to kill a dragon is because his brother weakened it.
That would stink.
All right, if we're gonna get melted, let's go get melted.
Might as well.
At least it can't fly away if we're down inside of this maw.
So-
I don't think it matters much against the dragon, but Tarathil will pull up the hood of the Cloak of Elvenkind and disappear as much as is humanly possible before sneaking downstairs.
All right.
As
So-
elvenly possible.
Who? What's your order? What? Oh, and Keegan is very unhappy about the situation now. Now there's a second dragon. It's like, I think I mentioned I don't like dragons, and apparently there's another one, so I'm leaving.
Well, we killed the other one in.
He's leaving?
No,
32
he says it. He's
seconds?
joking, but true. Like
What do you want?
18 seconds. Yeah. Well, I was unconscious. I missed that fight because I was on fire and baked.
You don't even have to experience the fear. You just pass out, and we'll fix it, and then come back.
I hate you.
Come on, you got this.
So
You can add Dragon Slayer to your business card.
Yeah.
Over there, you're part of the party. You get the XP.
He doesn't look amused. He's just standing there staring at you.
We will take
you-
care of any and all dragons, Keegan.
Great.
Reed, we're looking for dragon.
Yeah, right. We're not going away from them. So, you're going down this deep, dark, and stinky hole pit with, it's like I said, there's stairways, so you're not like climbing down. It's treacherous, but like I'm not going to make you roll every 10 feet to see if you fall.
Hmm. Every 20
Good.
feet?
But now I have a
So-
positive athletics.
Yeah, exactly. So my question is, does anybody have a negative to their athletics check?
Yeah, correct.
Athletics.
Oh, no.
Athletics.
Farazan's good at that one.
Athletics or acrobatics, either one will work. A negative.
No.
No? Okay. So essentially, you're going to take 10. You're going to like hold hands, take your time, be careful, go around the perimeter,
Same
And-
campfire fires.
and not roll a d20 for every single PC for every 10 feet that they descend.
Don't take any more of my fingers.
Fair enough.
Farazan pulls a slinky out of his pack and just kind of sets it down.
Yeah.
We are going to race it. So who's going first?
You're gonna love the
Um,
slinky.
I do
If
want
that's
to know
okay.
marching order. Yeah.
I think I can go first since I have the perception, just so that I can kind of keep an eye out for stuff, unless anybody else wants to go first.
So-
I was volunteering to go first, as I have decent perception, but I also have decent stealth. So I
None
don't
of any
have
better.
I don't have godly perception. I do have godly stealth.
So that
I don't know
that
what's
is-
better.
So, Alma, you have disadvantage on your stealth checks. You're wearing
Why?
big, heavy armor, right?
Uh-uh.
Or is that not the
I
problem?
got
Is that
new
the-
armor.
Oh,
I got
Oh,
elven
that's
armor.
right.
Oh,
She's got the
Elven.
nice
So-
armor.
Oh, you got the elven.
Yeah,
Did you
I
get the
have
chain?
I have elven chain, so I'm no longer at disadvantage for stealth.
Okay.
Thank God.
So you tell me.
It's really up to y'all.
I mean, you both have really good arguments. Like, one of you is undetectable by anything less than a god, and then you have a person who's got the detectability of a god. So,
I think I'd
That's right.
rather go second if he's undetected.
Yeah, it's
Um,
like so Trathiel hides, and Elma's like, "I see you."
yeah, that's right.
You're not my litmus, Alma. I'm going to check with a human here.
You're right there. You're right there. You're right
I
there.
can look around him. I
Not
think
looking at me.
Well, it's descending also, right? So it's not like you're. But
Right.
you're definitely not going 2 by 2. It's narrow.
No, no.
It's maybe a foot wide, so it's treacherous.
Tarathiel's short too. He's 5'2".
Yeah, I think if Trathiel trips on a loose stone, he probably has the best chance of not dying.
That's
Yeah.
true.
That's true.
Yeah,
Catching.
you should go first.
I'll go.
Okay.
I'll go.
So that's all. I really just care about the first person, not the rest of them.
Oh, good. That makes me feel really.
Well-
So,
For the specific reasons that you guys just outlined, like godlike perception and godlike stealth. So give me your stealth check with advantage.
I already get advantage.
Well, I mean,
double
that's-
advantage.
Yeah, Oh,
21.
super. For your 21. Okay.
Yeah.
So you head down, and where's Pazel? In or out?
Out. I mean, in. I've got to pocket it.
She's bugging. Okay. You head down, and it descends about 200 feet. As you go further and further down, the smell gets better. So all the carnage was causing a majority of that smell. But it's getting hotter as you descend, which
Hotter is wrong.
seems reverse to what you know about like going deeper into the earth.
Yeah.
You get to the very bottom, Tarathiel, and it's like a small, like 5 or 6 foot jump from the last bit of stairs to the ground, because like the last part of it's been destroyed forever ago.
Yeah.
No problem. I mean, jumping down 6 feet, no big deal.
With my +2 athletics, it's not.
Watch this.
I'm unbeatable.
He lands with his knees locked.
You get down there, you look around. Are you seeing in the dark? Yes, no?
Yeah, for 60 feet. You can
Okay.
see in the dark.
So you get down to the bottom and you can still see the light up top, and you see the rest of the people making their way down. It opens up. You know what I mean? So the reason it's broken off is because the cave opens to the top, right? So you're going into an open area. It does, like the tunnel doesn't go flush to the ground. It like drops off and it opens up a little wider on the bottom.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah. It's.
So you,
I'm trying to. There was the cavern that the Balrog and Gandalf fall into in Mario, right? It's like a long shaft, and then it opens up into a big cavern
Yeah.
underneath. So
Yeah.
you can't go all the
It's
way
not
down. Because,
that big. It's not that
No, no.
big. It's but yeah, exactly like that.
Same
It
shape,
opens up.
so-
So you're fall. It's like down a chasm, and it looks like the stairwell used to go all the way to the ground, but it was probably added. It wasn't part of the natural earth. It was added later to make it easier to get to the ground. But something a long time ago broke that off, and it's just you just have to jump down about 5 or 6 feet. Look around. This particular area that you're in now goes out. I mean, you're moving around, so it's not like you're just on a pivot looking around. So you move around, and you feel like this room's probably about 80 feet in diameter. You can't see from one side to the other because you don't have that kind of vision. But just moving around, make sure everything's cool. It's rough hewn. Like the only thing that looks like it's been chiseled has been the stairway and the upper lip. And off to the northeast, there is a passageway that goes off into darkness.
Do we have a map?
Give me a perception check.
Perception.
Now, the cartographer, I think it was the cartographer, back in
Okay.
Cauldron, he helped us with some maps once we had actually gotten to the Underdark. So they could
Yes.
find, at least know we're going in the right direction, trying to
Right.
find this temple. Are they useful yet?
So the maps, and he even told you, it wasn't like a very detailed map. It was almost like a stick figure map. Like, you go here, you'll see some branches. Don't take this branch, take this branch. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like, drawn to scale and all this stuff. It's just, even the branch that says don't go this way, that's all it is. It's like a small piece that just takes off and it doesn't go any further. It's just like, don't go this way. And it's this spider web of tunnels that are drawn
That's a
on here.
spider web.
And sometimes they some of the tunnels that you can go this way or you can go straight because it looks like it comes back to the original, but then there's another tunnel off to the side that's like, don't go that way. And it wasn't like, don't go this way, it's terrible and deadly. It's like, I don't know what's there, it's not the way you want to go.
Yeah, this is the kind of map made by like 14 adventuring parties exploring different avenues over time and then assembling it into like a cobbled together.
Right. And maybe the information you don't have at the end of these tunnels is because they never made it back. Who knows?
Yeah.
But you do have, essentially, if you follow the gist of the map, you will not get lost, is what it boils down to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to make sure that we, don't find notes that say, oh, by the way, this is the Balrog's front door, or we can add some detail to, right? So I'll whip out some of the paper and start taking some notes, draw some sketches and stuff like that, because we told him, that
Yeah, we said
we
we'd improve
try
it.
to,
Try to improve it. And he also said that this map that he has is old, like 50, 60 years old.
Okay.
So it's not exactly up to date, but the tunnels shouldn't change unless there's a cave in or something like that. It'll get you to Bomhotn.
yeah.
Hopefully
So
safe.
things like, the entrance to the Underdark is a square hole that has steps going down, stuff like,
Yeah.
because that was not on the map, this kind of stuff.
And the other thing that I'd like to establish is I need to set up the Psychic Whispers link with the 3 other PCs, which will be for 1 hour, because of course it's always as short as it's humanly
Always
possible
1
when we
hour.
actually need it.
Can you use Psychic Dice to extend that?
No, but I can re-up it. It just costs the Psychic Die.
No. The first
every
one's
time that
free. That's right.
The first one's free, and then it costs a Psychic Die after that. Which I never run out of Psychic Dice. I have 6 of them, and I almost never use them. So,
Say that now.
yeah. No, I'm more likely to use them now. It's weird though, because like I can apply it on something if I know I failed. It's hard to know if you failed a perception check.
Yeah. We have had that discussion, but
And the same with an investigation check. Like all the things that I have proficiency in, insight, investigation, perception, stealth, like it's hard to know if you failed
until it's too late.
until it's too late.
And by failing and saying, well, maybe roll this, you might succeed, Yeah. Adds a little meta to the game, but it's all right.
But it's handy to have athletics in that list now, because I'll know if I'm going to fail an athletics check.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty good idea.
Oh, crap.
So your perception, I saw, was a was it 19?
Yes, 19.
All right. You notice that there have been large reptilian trail tracks that go off into that distance from looks like the only exit in this area.
To the
So that's
northeast.
straight up. Yeah.
Is there anything better than the 22?
No. You determine it's definitely draconic.
Is it the Black Dragon? Can we determine that?
That will be harder. Actually,
Find
what
a,
you did,
find a
what you
black
did-
dragon stale on the ground somewhere.
Yeah, right. I think it was maybe it
Or
was
acid? You know, he's like slavering as he moves
Yeah, just
along.
drooling
Yeah,
as he
yeah.
walks. Actually, Alma, you have a 22. So you see 3 separate reptilian sets of tracks, all large. One was definitely, oh shit, the one you killed, Dorlot?
Nope, we killed
Gottrod.
Gottrod.
Yeah. You killed, one's definitely Gottrod's. It looks the same. The other one looks exactly the same as the other set, which you are probably going to assume is Dorlot. The third one is a new set. You do not know what this one belongs to. And it's about the same size. It's comparable.
Okay. I share
But
that
it's
information.
but it's different. It's not like, it's not draconic. It's just large reptilian.
Oh.
That's better.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think.
22 perception.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it really?
Is it? Is it better?
Is it better?
Are they big reptiles that you would like to fight?
Maybe it's a reptile puppy, like a big one.
I love puppies.
Yes, exactly. Okay.
Alright, well, let's
And
go
that's
find
the
it and give it
only-
snuggles.
That's the only door to go through? Like, that's the only place to go?
This is our only hole.
Only one path to the north. And everybody's down. Everybody's safe.
Yeah.
And Keegan just grumbling the whole time.
So this exit here, it must be pretty decent sized for these large reptiles to go through.
Yeah. I mean, it's... So you do think, though, that based off of how big Gottrod was, they're squeezing a little bit. I mean, it's not a gigantic cavernous tunnel. Like, they're probably having to shimmy a little bit, or maybe it was when they were smaller, or something like that. But it's not enormous. It's not like a tunnel that you can drive a car through. But it's large. It's fairly large. You think Gottrod could have gotten through comfortably, but definitely not want to fight in a corridor that narrow for him.
So if we have to fight a dragon, we want to do
Draw
it
back
here.
into the corridor. Yes.
No,
Foreshadowing, for sure.
no tumbling past. Alright, Chatil will just reach under his tunic and thumb the bird medallion that he keeps around his neck, and let's go. And he'll
Same.
Who's
He'll head
bait?
out. Yeah,
Second.
I'll head up the tunnel a ways and see what I can see.
Okay. You range ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a separate, a second stealth with advantage.
You keep making
I'm
stealth
saying
checks
advantage-
until you fail one.
I'm saying with advantage because of the cloak. That's the only reason that's more for me than you.
Yeah, 20. It's going
20.
down.
Fantastic. Down a point. You head off a quarter mile. No, not that far. 500 feet. 500 feet. When it, like I said, when you got to the bottom, everybody knows it is warmer down here. As you head along, and you're 60 feet ahead, however far ahead of the rest of the party, it becomes suddenly warmer as you come around a bend in the tunnels. 152.4 meters. Thank you very much. But it just abruptly becomes warmer.
Hot, 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 hot.
Not dangerous, not damaging, not even really uncomfortable. Just because you're up in the winter and down here, it's your winter clothing is starting to make you feel sweaty.
Wonder if we can get some of these hot rocks for our murder dungeon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Such
A
as
little
Nice
sauna.
little spa situation
A
going
spa.
on.
yeah, a little hot
Yeah,
rock
yeah.
spa next to the dog park at
Start making some capital.
Jared's happy little house.
Yes, I think it's the
Tacos.
ultimate goal of every adventuring party to turn every place that they explore into some sort of amusement park.
Yes,
Yep.
something to make money.
For my amusement.
Is it pitch black in here? Is there any glowing like?
No, right now it's pitch black.
Is there? It's pitch black. Okay.
Like once you leave the shaft, once you hit some light a little bit there, once you just immediately get down into the tunnel, like the beginning of the tunnel, it's black. It's pitch black.
Okay.
So
That's-
does everybody have the ability to see in the dark?
We do now.
Buster, we are all a huge fan of that mic guy.
Kelev does not.
Welcome.
I don't know
Kelev
that Gelf
is-
does either. Does
He's a
Gelf,
gnome?
Gelf has. Yes. Yep. He
He
has dark
does?
vision.
All right, so Kelev
Yep.
is gonna need like somebody to guide her, hold her hand, whatever. She can't
she
see.
would not like that?
No,
What?
She does not like that.
She's a
Is it Kelev? Does she? I don't think that means she has dark. I don't think she has dark vision, does she?
I think she does.
If she does, she's great.
What is she? What is she?
She's a
She's a
tiefling.
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 Yeah, tieflings have dark vision for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
Do they?
everybody,
I think we all have dark vision now because
Okay,
of Farazan's upgrade.
Yep.
oh, the rune. Okay, good.
Mm-hmm.
That gets rid of that enormous pain in the ass of figuring out who can and cannot see.
Oh,
Yeah,
they
Fair,
do.
Farazan's got the same dark
Everybody
vision.
can-
Yeah. Farazan's got the same dark vision as Buzzell now.
Mhm.
Ooh.
Oh.
You can see like an owl. You can like turn your neck and look behind you.
Ah!
Oh God. Have you seen
That's-
that little comic strip where the assassin comes in and snapping necks, and like the last one's like this owl that just like looks at him and shoots him? Great.
That's fantastic. No.
All right, so it gets warmer. Do you stop? Do you keep going? Because everybody can see you. Every once in a while, the tunnel will turn. It's not like a straight line, right? You're in a cave. It winds a little bit. It gets bigger, gets smaller. You've got stalactites, stalagmites. None of this. It's all just natural cavernous area. But like I said, you get to the point to where it does get dramatically warmer, like 20 degrees warmer, from 70 to 90 kind of thing.
You gotta use the word that I
Yeah.
understand
He's
again.
like
Celsius.
so-
Oh my
like-
God.
We are all boiling.
From
It's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine.
58 to chartreuse. I don't know. I could translate.
The temperature has increased by
25
4
to
drachma.
32.
Yeah.
And there's no obvious change in the cavern. Like we're not seeing like lava or anything, or dried lava. Any sort of volcanic kind of looking.
Dried
hints.
lava. You mean rock?
Mhm.
Magma.
There's plenty of that.
It doesn't look like a lava chute. No.
Lava
Okay.
tube.
Oh, dude. Yeah,
Sorry,
I'll hold
that's-
you back to
It's
call
just
it.
fun to say. That's from Congo. If you've seen Congo, there's a guy in there that says lava tubes, like exactly like that, and it's the funniest thing. It's amazing.
And
Alright,
the walls are hewn or block
No, all
or
this is all rough stone.
Okay.
All natural cavern.
natural caverns. Okay.
Elmer, you might want to come up and see if maybe there's another chamber, and there might be some way through.
Okay.
It's the heat is definitely coming from down the passageway.
Oh, it's coming from further along.
Yeah, yeah. It's not like you walk beside a hot wall. It's just like you came around a corner, and like the radiance, it just got warmer as you came around a corner.
It just feels like we're walking deeper and deeper into that giant worm thing from Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
I check for Minox. All right, I will carry on, I guess.
All right.
There is nowhere else to go other than
Yeah.
finding out that it's warmer
We
and
have
warmer and
not-
warmer. So.
And even the map doesn't show any kind of different offshoots of tunnels or additional ways to go.
Farazan takes a
You can
blaster
ju-
and shoots the ground.
This
The
is
whole
no
world
cave.
shakes. It's just coincidental because there happened to be an earthquake right when you did that. So
Ah!
Good timing.
Do not have time to discuss this with the committee.
Yeah.
I am not a committee. All right, so you keep going. Head around the corner. It gets windy, right? So the cavern is going up and down a little bit and around, and it's getting warmer and warmer. And finally, this probably after a total of about half a mile, it does open up, and it's getting hotter and hotter. And as you're coming around a bend, you see, before you get to the bend, before you step around and like give an aha moment, you see there is a little bit of a glow from around the corner up ahead, like a very, very faint, distant orange glow.
Can we smell sulfur? Like any evidence of
Yes.
like that kind of thing?
Yeah, you have. I mean, you've been in Cauldron. You've been down in the bowels of Cauldron. This feels volcanic, or at least smells. The heat getting closer, and you definitely have the sulfurous smell. It definitely does feel volcanic.
Smells like burnt matches.
So,
I thought we had left the volcano behind.
I mean,
Well, we're in a mountain range, right? So we're at the base of.
the volcanoes travel in packs. Is that what they do? Do we get more?
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
well,
I've
We
heard
find
of
them
volcanoes.
in family units.
Yeah.
this is known as the Hellfire Ridge. So it
Right.
makes sense.
Well, they tell us.
See the Hellfire Ridge, they said.
Can we relocate
t-shirt.
to the fluffy mushroom plains? Or like,
Like, wow, man.
Dude.
Okay.
I guess I'll wait for people to catch up and then peek around the corner.
All right, everybody catches up.
What do your
Jamie,
elf
you
eyes
ca-
see?
Jamie incoming. I'm changing maps.
That's racist. Fancy me asking, what are your Goliath muscles? I don't know.
Break.
Everything.
Lava and mushrooms. Is that mushrooms
Hey, Gary.
around the lava?
Those are like stalagmites.
Ah.
Yeah, mites. I'm placing you on the map just to get you on the map. You can put yourself wherever you want
Not in the
See it?
lava.
Cauldron.
I can't see. We can't see that. So
because it's dark. Yeah, I'll take care of that.
Lumos.
Mm.
Real polygonal.
Real.
So I've been going back and listening to our podcast, and
I'm sorry.
yeah, I need to apologize for like episode 20 because I had something going on with the audio and it was clipping a lot in my audio, so you only hear about 43% of the things that I say, but
43.
yeah.
That's a pretty precise calculation.
Oddly specific.
Well, I did listen to it. But no, I remember that very recently in the podcast, Matt discovered the polygon reveal.
Oh my god, it's the greatest thing in the world.
Yeah.
All right, these are, again, unfortunately, these are 10 by 10 squares. So your people
Tell them I hate them.
sizes are accurate. So just use the Alt to place yourself in whatever part of the big square you're in. Okay. I'm just putting you guys on the edge.
Everybody's leaving me.
Fan with a ruined fan.
Ah!
button.
Where I'd like to be. Oh no!
You're better, you're fine.
Mark grew 3 sizes.
Farazan activated his giant growth power.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's heat activated.
There's Keegan.
Sorry, I got a little
Chuck.
excited.
He's tiny. A little less tiny. All right, so there's the
Oh,
layout.
we need
Kelev
shoot,
too.
what's her name? Yeah, Kelev.
Kelev.
Oh, Kelev.
I don't know that we have a token for
Where
her. I
are
think we
you?
established that we didn't have a token for her when we were in Crazy Jared's hut.
That is correct. Let me get something for Kelev.
Should have asked Crazy Jared. Sorry, King Jared.
King Jared.
Caleb is probably loving this, actually.
A little warmer. Yeah, I haven't been
Mhm.
warm in years. Let's see. So as I'm looking for a token, Taratha, you poke your head around. Nobody's in front of you. Nobody's behind you. I'm just getting the tokens out there.
Yeah.
This is literally right around the bend, and what I've opened up is actually a little further than the extent of your vision. So you see this lava in the southern part of the room, and then you see a glow, which looks like probably an opening to an underground lava tube that's flowing lava. That makes sense. This part right here.
Oh,
So
that's
it's going down. Hmm?
it's is the big pool not moving?
I mean, it's a slow flow. It's not like a rushing river, but all is going down. All this stuff these are pits. These are, hazards to fall into, kind of thing.
Oh, good.
Noted.
And
Checks inspiration. Yeah, should be fine.
Yes. I'll be fine.
all right, and I'm looking for Kelev. Dead soldier? No, that won't work.
Very much living soldier, please.
Work. Let's go with
Please.
That's a huge bitch.
What was that from? Oh my god, what was that?
Is that Blazing
All right.
Saddles or something?
Is it Blazing? It sounds like something. That's exactly. I was thinking it was maybe from Spaceballs, but it sounds very much like him.
Mel Brooks esque.
Mel Brooks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it's Juice Bigelow. When he's on the date with the tall woman. People are just shouting stuff as he walks past.
Oh, right,
Sasquatch,
right.
Behemoth! That's a huge bitch.
All right. Here you are. You're all standing there. You conglomerate. What would you like to do? You're not moving in 6-second increments quite yet, but it's
Oh,
hot.
good.
It is hot in here.
Like
hot.
air
Damn hot.
shiveringly hot.
Like very
It's a
uncomfortably.
dry
not-
heat.
Yeah, it's definitely a dry heat. Don't nobody touch nothing. But you're not taking damage. But if you were to stay in this room, dressed as you are, you would start getting exhausted. That's how hot it is. Like 88 Celsius.
Well, that is actually pretty hot.
Is that pretty hot? Okay, I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's
Seems-
unbearably warm. I
That's
would probably.
very hot.
That's above my melting point.
All right, maybe 86 Celsius.
To give you some idea, 88 Celsius is 190 Fahrenheit.
90 or 19?
190.
190.
Oh, 90. Oh, all right, let's call it 60 Celsius. How about that?
All right. That's 140.
All right,
Still very high.
very, very high. It's gonna be-
Uncomfortably warm. I think you could
It's-
survive in that for a little bit, but
Yeah.
you're not hanging out.
Not long. No
long.
pitching
No.
tents.
Yeah,
No.
No.
your breath is hot.
Tiny hat,
It's
tiny
too
hat.
hot.
Oh, we
to
could.
do that.
Yes, we could tiny huts.
It's temperature controlled.
Yeah, we can tiny hut and just
Air
make a
conditioned.
Just
a
chill for a
summer
second.
home.
Can we move the tiny hut like what's the Solid Snake games like Metal Gear Solid? Just in a little box and
Like a
just
little
sneak
shell
across the
big
room.
We need a party of turtles.
The problem is it's going to take 10 minutes to recast every time, right?
It's okay.
All right. I guess we look around. Something happened to my music. Hang on. Uh-oh. Oh no.
This is a suspiciously large and open map.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Definitely death in here someplace.
I guess, is there anywhere that I can move across the room and kind of hide behind something just to get I want to move deeper into the room. Yeah, that's what I figured.
So these big stalactites, I'm going to call difficult terrain, just for literally like one of the 4 squares. Absolutely big enough for you to hide behind.
I just want to move deeper into the room and have a look. See what I can see. And Tarathiel will tell the others, like, wait here.
So you're looking out to here, just getting your.
Yeah.
Okay. You step forward, and I'm going to show you, but like, it just reveals more of the room. There's nothing more interesting that you see.
Yeah, I'm just looking for, before I get people to, because it is a wide open space, it's the equivalent of like coming to a clearing in a forest. Like you don't want everybody to just
Mhm.
trudge across. I kind of
Sure.
want to make sure it's clear and then get everyone to come. But like, yeah, cool. There's a whole bunch of stuff we can't see. So there isn't really another good spot to dash to.
I would honestly, I
You can
would
get to
give you-
like down here.
these are hideable. I mean, it doesn't take much for a rogue to have something. You could definitely hide here, but you feel like that would be really freaking hot, and you don't want to stay there. very long.
Yeah. So I'm gonna run to the north side of the room up here.
Okay. What is your what was your stealth?
My
All-
last stuff was 20.
20? Okay. All right. You move up, and from this particular vantage point, I will open. Yeah.
I don't like it.
As you
Right.
get closer and see that
Ah!
creature curled
Ah!
up,
Jeez.
looks like
That's
it's
terrible.
sleeping. 6 of the 7 heads are lying down like a cat or a dog rolled up, lying down. Their eyes are closed and asleep. You can see it breathing, but one of the heads is up and it's just swaying back and forth, like keeping an eye out. Doesn't seem to notice you.
It has enough heads for a long rest, like they take turns sleeping.
I know it's a terrible watch beast.
Yes.
So, through the psychic link, you just hear eep.
Calmly.
Oh,
Oh, hi.
That's a good
How many
sign.
heads does a dragon have?
Usually one.
In my experience, one.
I think
I,
one.
I have heard
What
tale
happens
of
if you-
one that has 5.
Can we duct tape a bunch of dragons together or something? This thing has 7 heads, if I'm counting correctly.
Get out of there, man.
Actually, I think the
Yes.
picture has 8. The picture has 8
Abort.
heads.
Aboard.
No. Get out of
So-
there.
Somebody's
Do
already
you
cut off one
see
of its
any
heads.
exits?
It only has 7 heads.
Okay.
Do you see any exits?
To the northeast, it's not quite on the map
Like
in
here?
Twitch, but above the creature to the northeast is a passageway that continues on, literally off the map. Like it is a passageway, and it's the only. This thing is sitting in like a nook in the area. There's not a passage behind it.
So it's not guarding the passage.
No, it's like it's got its back to the wall.
Uh,
It looks like a nest. You can see carcasses and things around it that's built up over the time it's been there.
Hmm.
Do we want to fight this thing?
No.
No.
Not particularly.
I have a crazy plan.
Go on.
Go.
Let's hear it. We need a plan badly.
Is that I have the pocket on my handy haversack has the stone of alarm in it. What if we just pitch it to the south, and as this thing goes to check it out, we run past?
That's
Okay.
definitely a crazy idea.
That's a crazy idea.
I mean, unless you want to cast sleep on it.
8 times, 7
Well,
times.
it's already asleep. Well, let's put one head to sleep, apparently.
Yeah, if it's already asleep.
4.
If we alarm something, it wakes all of them up, right?
Yeah, but I think if we kill the one head that's awake, I think the other ones are likely to notice.
Yeah. Yes.
Probably.
Fred?
No.
You
What
killed
happened to
God.
Fred?
And head was one day from retirement.
Oh no.
Red!
Poor Fred.
That's at the end of the episode, it just comes up in black with white writing.
Fred.
In loving memory of Fred.
Memory of Fred.
No real Freds were harmed in the making of this episode.
Right, does anyone else have an idea? 'Cause that's all I got.
No.
Yikes. Well,
What is it? Like, what is that? Is it? Can you find out what it is?
I could probably ask. Is it an Arcana check? How do I know what this thing is?
Nature? I don't know.
How would I know what this thing is?
Nature would probably be the most appropriate. Give me a knowledge check. Give me like an Arcana or a Nature. Maybe even a history. I mean, it's not like
Yeah.
well, I mean, it's
I
like
don't
a
have
dragon.
proficiency in any of them, so it's irrelevant. It would just be raw intelligence.
Okay, so just give me an intelligence check.
Natural 20 for a 22.
Hey!
Dude, just so happens you read the Encyclopedia Britannica on pyrohydras just yesterday.
Oh dear.
that does not sound good. That sounds bad.
I don't like that at all.
So 22. That's a damn good roll.
Is there a type of Hydra you would prefer?
Baby?
So
Puppy hydra.
Domesticated?
Do they make puppy hydras?
Imaginary.
Does it have 7 individual hats of disguise on it?
Yeah.
So with a 22 nature, like you know actually quite a bit. This creature is sleeping, but hydras never completely sleep. One head always
Okay.
stays awake to keep watch, and you now know that that's with that one head that's awake. It's keeping watch. Did not
Mhm.
notice you. B, there are different kinds of hydras. There's just a plain run-of-the-mill, good old-fashioned hydra. There's
course.
pyrohydras, and then
There's
there's
vanilla Hydra.
cryohydra. So
Okay.
pyro is a fire hydra, cryo is a frost hydra. This is a pyrohydra. It doesn't take any damage from fire, and it breathes fire.
Great.
And the one thing that's ubiquitous with all hydras is for every head you destroy, 2 more grow back.
Okay.
That's what you
Oh,
get from a
jeez.
22 nature check.
And I guess fun flavor for that. Tarathiel took the Phantom subclass. He may not know this, but he's being told this. He might be having a voice come through the psychic link that is not somebody he's connected to.
Is that where you got the knowledge, the nature kind of thing? Like you're hearing whispers of the dead?
I mean, mechanically, no, but yes, I think that makes sense.
Thematically, yeah. Yeah, so
Thematically, that
I
makes
mean,
sense.
you're
He's
hearing this from the victims of this thing.
Yeah.
You know, it used to have 4 heads, now it has 7. You know, that kind of thing.
How do you kill it?
I don't know, because the GM didn't give me that information and I rolled really well.
Not with fire.
I mean,
Not with fire.
it has
Not with
stats.
choppy things on necks.
Where's that flask that throws water on something? Because we could turn this place into a sauna real quick.
Oh,
It also
geyser
produces
the
mayonnaise.
geyser the geyser the
like
lava and fill it up with steam, and then we'll just sneak past.
That's another plan.
The longer I stay here, the more likely it is it's going to see me. Fezan has ridiculous dark vision now, right?
It's not dark in here, I imagine.
So the light from the lava was basically what I showed you when you first walked in. Like it glows,
Oh,
but it's not like super bright. So you can see the pit of lava down here, but you can't see what Tarathiel sees. Does that make sense? Like, well, I don't know how long. What's the distance of your dark vision?
It's 120, so he's got about 2/3 of the map.
Well, I'm asking
Oh, very-
because he has a special ability that lets him know the stats of things if he watches
That's
them
what I
long
was
enough.
gonna say. He has know your enemy. He just has to look
Yeah.
at it for a minute.
But Matt, that assumes 5-foot squares, I think.
Well, I mean,
If you count 12 squares, it's only like halfway across.
Oh, yeah.
oh, that's right. You're right. You're right. Yeah, you can see to about right here,
You have to move.
You have to sneak up.
but you have no idea what
Ouch.
Tarathiel is.
Sneaky giant.
So honestly, I'll be completely honest. You in this area can see out to about right here because of the glow, but you do not see this creature.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But Farazan, you
We
can
can
see
see where
pretty much all
see where
of this area.
Tarathiel is.
Yeah, you can. Well, you can't see Tarathiel, but you know that's where he should be.
It's
Yeah.
a Tarathiel-shaped hole in the universe, right there.
There's an inky black
That's how you
spot where I
find him.
assume
you,
he is.
You look where he's not.
That's right. It's an SCP, somebody else's problem.
Does anyone else have a better idea?
Well,
What
no.
the geyser?
No, then the Stone of Alarm. Chucking the Stone of Alarm
Oh.
and trying to get past while it's distracted.
Do you
Although
have
I'm
a
not-
sling?
No, it's
You
just
have
an
a giant badger.
You're just gonna chuck it?
I do have one more potion of invisibility. So I could just walk it over to the corner, set it off, and then run.
Unseen does not mean hidden, but you can also still hide. So yeah, it would work. Never mind.
It would make it very difficult to see me. I mean,
Yes.
it's already very difficult to see me, but
You
it would
would-
make it.
You would still be hidden because if you're unseen and you hide, you are hidden.
Yep.
Yeah.
Huh?
I know. 5e invisibility is just
Invisibility rules are always terrible.
yeah. It was like a 1 hour delve into like the rules of everything 5e for me to just grok how invisibility works now.
Yeah.
So I guess for the benefit of the people listening in the audio podcast, in the southeast corner of this, there's this little like nook thing.
Yeah.
I could like go invisible, go and drop the Stone of Alarm there, set it off, and then just book it. And then if the
Can
rest
all
of us
book
are,
it.
Full bonus dash.
if the rest of us, yeah, if the rest of us are booking it around, we could maybe get past this thing without having to fight it.
I think it's a good
it-
idea.
It might still be here when we come back. And it does mean that we lose the Stone of Alarm. Like, there's no way I'm getting it again.
Yeah.
Not unless we come back and cut it out of this thing. But I think it's a decent trade.
Okay,
Like, I
so
don't know what else we need a Stone of Alarm for.
what turns on and off the Stone of Alarm? Touching it?
Blowing its ear.
I walked into that one.
Don't forget, you can produce a gallon of mayonnaise.
Ew.
We have the alchemy jug.
Do we have to?
Get out of here.
Do. Yeah.
Don't
Maybe
have
it'll
to.
slip and fall. So yeah,
Maybe you'll
that's,
just
that's
start vomiting. Like,
Okay, okay.
I
Just
have
sleeping
Alright.
and somebody
stop this.
sprays mayonnaise all over your face.
oh God! Oh God! Why is this happening? to
No.
me? I do not deserve this.
All right.
Goes and gargles lava.
Hear me out. Hear me
Fred.
out. This is gonna
Away
this is
from
gonna be this is gonna be one of those plans that I take inspiration from my players. Okay. So what can the alchemy jug produce?
mayonnaise.
I don't have it on me, but it's like a lot of water, a little bit of vinegar, a little bit of
Oil.
acid, oil.
How much?
Mayonnaise.
how much
Literally,
oil?
it does have ounces. I mean, it's not very.
No, it's quarts. It's quarts.
Quarts?
I'll look it up. Yeah, just give me a second. I'll look it up.
How many quarts does it take to cover a 20-foot square on the ground?
I would say 4.
4 quarts of oil.
1 per 5 foot. I mean, just like
Yeah.
a Molotov cocktail. I'd call it 4.
Okay.
But that would be 1, 2, 3. I mean, that you're like again. These are 10-foot squares.
One
right?
Yeah.
1 quart. It will produce 1 quart of oil. It can make acid, basic poison, beer. Hey, beer, honey, mayonnaise, oil, vinegar, water, fresh water, salt, and wine. Yeah. Yes, we all agree.
So, okay. Does Khaldun know Greece?
Used to, but not today.
Dang it. Okay. Do we have any oil of slipperiness or anything like that? Is that a thing?
Nope.
Okay, so we don't have a
Well, I got
way.
Man,
Oil
I
is
got
the
1,000 ball
bananas.
bearings.
You have a bag of ball bearings?
I do.
Okay,
2
here's the
2
plan.
pounds of ball
So
bearings.
okay, here's the plan. Stone of alarm down in the corner, right near the edge of the thing. Ball bearings leading up to it from between Stone of Alarm and current
Drop this
location of
thing in the
Hydra.
lava.
Set off the Stone of Alarm and run horizontal, perpendicular to where the ball bearings are, and then hopefully the enraged Hydra will charge the angrily screaming rock and fall into the pit of lava long enough so that we can get away.
Gonna Scooby Doo it into the lava.
Scooby Doo it into the lava. I know it's a pyro Hydra. It won't
Whoa,
die.
whoa, whoa.
But-
It's gonna like do a backstroke in that lava.
But it'll at
My
least.
concern is that dropping a bunch of ball bearings on the floor might notify it what's going on.
Yeah.
Like I'm not sure how to carefully put 1,000, like individually putting 1,000 bearings on the floor.
Slowly.
It's
Just
gonna
turning
take a
into
while.
Home Alone, really.
Yeah.
I'll set up the paint can.
Yeah.
And hit him in the head on the way down.
Yeah.
It's not a no.
It's
I don't know. I don't know.
you
just
you open
saying.
your bag of ball bearings and it's micro machines. You're like, crap.
Saying there's a chance.
Yes.
I mean, micro
If we,
machines
now,
would
if
work.
we had a bag of Legos, now
Yeah.
that might work.
Exactly.
Oh God.
Step on
that's, a
those.
that's a legendary item. You're not gonna get that till
Yeah.
like level 18.
So,
Bag
but
of
I
Legos.
do have the lieutenant's guard, but all that's going to do is stop it from moving if it fails its check, and it seems unlikely it'll fail.
What is it?
The lieutenant's guard, the caltrops.
The caltrops.
I can set and retrieve from like 20 feet away, but I don't want to be that close to this
Don't
thing,
want to be that close. Nope.
Mm-mm.
and I don't want to waste the bonus action when I can use it to run 30 feet. That's what I really want to be using it for.
I'm just imagining
Yeah.
all the mind chatter that's going on, and Kelev and Keegan are like,
What the hell's going on?
Because everybody's like, all of these facial expressions between and they're all just thinking these thoughts and like, why are we working for these people? You know, like these people are insane.
Because they have dental.
And
And
tacos.
Good 401k and all the tacos you can eat.
Oh man, sorry to distract one more time, but I had some really freaking good tacos tonight at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Oh.
Yeah, they call chicken buffalitos. Yeah, the shredded chicken with their hot sauce on it. Really good, really good.
Okay.
It's not on the menu. It's off menu.
Wouldn't have guessed.
What? Do you know somebody?
I asked the server what they thought between the brisket tacos and the street tacos, and they said, you know what, you should get the chicken buffalitos. I was like, done.
So you know the server.
It's
Just,
like,
I
hey,
just
hey, I play
You
fair
have-
zone.
Listen.
Bring me
I
the
play
best thing in the
fair
kitchen.
I'm very big in Cauldron.
Very big everywhere.
Oh, that's a shirt. I'm big in Colden. Picture of Fezan.
That's funny.
He's big everywhere.
He's big everywhere. Yep.
So I've heard about 4 or 5 options for potential plans.
Yeah, I think the plan. I think Terethiel's initial plan of sneaking down there, maybe invisible, dropping the stone of loudness, and trying to flee is a good start.
So the potion of invisibility only wears off if I'm attack or cast a spell. So I think setting a stone of alarm shouldn't count as either of those things. So I should even remain invisible after setting it off.
I'm gonna call a no. That's not gonna make you become visible.
Okay, cool. So I'll be invisible for an hour, which is also handy.
Hmm.
So you've
All right.
taken the potion of invisibility.
Yeah, I will drink the potion of invisibility. Let
Okay.
me take it off my character sheet to make sure that.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
doing
I'm
this.
not forcing you to do it right now, but like, are you saying that's you're
No,
doing
no,
that
that's
right
I'm advancing the story, Matt. I'm
Okay,
trying,
so-
trying to get things moving.
But before we set this awesome plan rolling, I think we can get a little closer before we're like within Hydra range, maybe. Like closer to that upper cave. Like if we go north a little bit, like let me
If you
illustrate.
just don't hang out up here.
Yeah, exactly. If we just go north, like up to here, we'll be that much closer to that exit. I hope
Just
it's an
not-
exit.
Just not certain.
We
what
have
its-
some
what
big
its
assumptions
vision
here.
Is
Yeah.
So is anybody wearing an armor currently that would require a disadvantage on stealth check? Is there anybody wearing loud metal armor in this giant cavernous room?
Yes.
Okay. Give me a stealth check.
Crap.
I think
Oh no.
Olive as well probably is, right? Because she's a fighter type.
She's at least got chainmail, which I think that does. I mean, I'm going to let you know that I'm taking into account distance, right? I mean, you basically know where this thing is. It's almost 200 feet away from you, so
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
it's a harder. But I need some stealth checks for the big metal armor people.
11.
Yeah, chainmail rolls with disadvantage.
Okay.
I don't know what her stealth would be, but
11.
I'm just going to roll 2d20 and see what happens.
Okay.
Lowest is an 8, so then plus whatever her
Dex. Yeah.
dex would be.
Strathiel, you see the awake head snap and look that direction.
Oh.
You hear audibly like a foot scraped or something, something that this big bulky metal armor just moving itself is scraping metal on metal in this room. You recognize that this thing heard something. All the other six heads are still out, but this one head is now alert.
Okay.
Engage plan.
Yeah.
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 You know what? Let's engage that plan next week. It's right at 2 hours. I don't want
Okay.
to have you guys roll on initiative and then saying, "Well, we'll see you next week." you know? So we'll see how well this Acme plan works against the
I like the acting plan.
700
I do too.
Pyro Hydra. Gargon?
So my only concern with this is if Tarathiel sets off this screaming stone of loudness down there, and we manage to run away, and then 6 days later is when we come back and we're bruised and bloodied, and we come back into this we come back around the corner and we hear ah! And we see a pyrohydra just smashing its heads into the ground trying to figure out how to turn this thing
Yeah,
off.
I don't know how smart a pyrohydra is, but hopefully it will have nudged it into the lava.
No, I just imagined it swallowed it. So you just hear this like muffled oh inside the Hydra.
I like that a lot better.
And I may have just woken up the kids. So
Just
Yeah.
remember, you've got about 180 feet to cross after
Oh,
the
yeah.
sickness.
There is some serious running gonna happen. It'll
Yep.
be exciting.
All right, guys. We're
Either
back.
it works or it
We'll be
doesn't.
back again next week. Was that?
Yes.
We think.
we think.
If all goes according to plan, we should be back on schedule for a while.
My next travel is not booked until April.
Yeah, I was about to say you had something, but it's several months away.
Yeah.
And-
Going to
and
Prague.
us have- Oh, that's
We're not playing on Halloween, are we?
Is that next
Ooh.
Monday?
It's Monday.
It is, yeah.
Okay, then we'll have to take next. I mean, holiday. You got kids. Take them trick or treat. We'll be back in 2 weeks. I won't go anywhere, so I may jump on and play World of Warcraft and Dragonflight, which goes live tomorrow, and I will be doing nothing but that.
Ooh,
For-
slash ah.
Yeah,
Ooh.
for foreseeable future. So I may just do that. If you guys are out trick or treating, I may go be nerd.
I will not be trick or treating because it will be the day after Halloween and also in the morning.
True.
So
Okay.
I could
You'll
jump on
already
and,
You'll be in sugar
watch-
coma.
well, I'm dieting, so I can't do that. But B, I have never seen World of Warcraft. I've deliberately avoided it my entire life. for reasons. So I might jump on and watch you, and then we'll see if
Oh,
I
I don't know
get
if
sucked
you could,
into
yeah.
it.
So, I mean, I don't want to be like the advertisement for World of Warcraft, but I've been watching a lot of beta testers talking about the game and yada yada yada. Everybody, every single YouTuber that I watch that's in the beta testing are saying this is a new game. It's the best thing they've ever done. It's amazing. It's awesome. We love it. They're doing good changes. Things may change, blah blah blah. But like as it looks right now, everybody is incredibly excited. So I'm excited.
Today's stream brought to you by Dragonflight.
Sorry,
or
it's
whatever
good.
it was.
Sirenscape for when you need smooth jazz in the middle of the dungeon.
Putting those seven
When
heads
we
to
can
sleep.
lull the Hydra to sleep. Yeah.
It's like the big dog in Sorcerer's Stone.
Mm-hmm,
Wasn't
mm-hmm.
it the harp or something like that?
Yep.
Fluffy.
Fluffy. Yeah.
Yep.
Cerebus. Or was it two? Anyway, doesn't matter. Go watch the movie.
That's right.
That's three.
Cerberus.
Cerebus.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
J.K. Rowling's a piece of shit, so I stopped remembering any of it.
Agreed. Yeah, for sure.
All right. Y'all have a good night. Thanks for joining us. 2 weeks, then we'll be we're finishing up, or not finishing. We'll continue this story. But I'll go ahead and call it. I'll go ahead and jump on, and if somebody just looks for something to do and hang out, I'll be playing World of Warcraft next Monday night.
Awesome.
Sounds good. Have a good
See
night.
y'all.
Come at me, J.K.
And that's
Same
the
bad.
stream.